Pokémon GO has recently been released as a way to connect Pokémon with everyone through their cellular devices. Except for me, because I have a Motorola Potato. So the camera doesn't work, the GPS won't connect, and I can't make any more memes on Twitter. Follow me at JethroTex for all your Pokememe needs. Except for Pokemon GO, cause I had a good one and I can't. I thought this would be an interesting Pokemon topic for those who can't partake in the festivities of Pokemon GO, like me, but would also possibly help everyone remember to stay safe while wandering around town. So let's go ahead and talk about the 10 different no-nos in Pokemon GO so that Pokemon GO does not become Pokemon Oh No! That is staying in the video. Number 10. Don't go to bad neighborhoods. You know how they make jokes about rare Pokemon being in rundown areas because it'd be harder to catch them? No, stop. There's nothing there but empty promises and a 13-year-old bag of stolen Cheetos. I went trick-or-treating in one of those areas when I was a kid. You know what happened? They took my tiny bag of Cheetos and a Mars bars. This actually happened when I was 9. I'll never be able to look at you the same way, Chester Cheetah. I'm not saying that it's objectively wrong to go into these areas. I mean, people are still alive there, but it's probably better not to wave around an expensive square looking for Pokemon if you're not familiar with this area. Go to a nice mall, maybe a zoo. Don't really need to jump into Grand Theft Auto looking for a Jinx. You can catch a Jinx anywhere. And really, some of the only things uglier than that Pokemon are the situations you might get into here. Number 9. Don't stare at your phone. I know this sounds counterintuitive to playing Pokemon GO, but you gotta look up from your phone sometimes. Gotta pay attention to your surroundings, like Daredevil. Except you can actually just see what's around you by looking up. Also, it helps your neck. I have bad neck pains because I always forget proper posture and I just stare at my phone. I also don't want anyone accidentally walking into a wall, or a pole, or a mailbox, or a fire hydrant. I've done all of these things, unfortunately. I bumped my head really bad this one time. I still can't remember how to spell exacerbate. You might even accidentally wander into one of those bad neighborhoods I was talking about because you weren't paying attention. Or a McDonald's. And then you're forced to eat 40 McNuggets on Twitch's social eating channel. That is just too much. Number 8. Don't ignore Pikachu. Okay, maybe I'm a little biased because I like this little guy, but you always gotta consider every single option. And when you can choose between all 3 starters and Pikachu by simply walking away from the first 3, you gotta at least give this guy a little handshake and a nod. And hey, if you pick him, you can be one step closer to being a 10-year-old boy named Ash. Unless you are a 10-year-old boy named Ash, then now you also have a Pikachu. Number 7. Don't go out at night. Wandering around at 2 a.m. might not be the best idea for anyone, but especially for younger kids playing the game, because you don't really want to wander around in the dark with your face lit up from the exfoliating light of your phone. Also, it's a school night, little Timmy. You get back in the house and read Hamlet, or whatever schools are shaking up their literature classes with nowadays. I mean, if there's an Articuno right outside your house at night, maybe tell your dad to go get a little exercise and catch that bird for you. See? Pokemon GO, helping kids and parents stay active. Number 6. Don't go alone. This isn't a 100% don't do this if you're older. You can definitely go with some friends because it's a great game to bond over. However, if you're younger, you know, maybe your mom would like to go on a Pokemon adventure with you. My mom likes Pokemon. Thank you, Mom, for buying me Pokemon Yellow and therefore inspiring me to be heavily satirical on the internet. Number 5. Don't follow every Pokemon lure. It's called a lure, you know? I mean, most are perfectly fine, of course, not trying to be an overprotective parent, but if there's 40 of them laid down in a sketchy alleyway near Eden Center or some other big mall, you might want to avoid that area for now. Just saying. Number 4. Don't run into traffic. Probably best not to run in front of a speeding, moving pile of metal. That's it. That's just straightforward logic. I've never had anything that made it tempting to run in between moving vehicles. You always gotta look both ways before catching them all. And crossing the road. That last one is important. Number 3. Don't go into a cave. Or a dark tunnel. or a sewer system, or a power plant. We're going with specifically dangerous places here. I don't even know where I would find most of those places, and I don't know if anyone's actually done this yet, but no, stop. First of all, there's probably no signal in there, and second of all, it's a cave, or a mountain. I don't know specifically what's inside a cave, but you probably shouldn't go into a dark hole to find Pokemon, at least in real life. I mean, I really doubt the Pokemon Company is gonna put rare Pokemon in actually dangerous locations, well, at least on purpose. But I, for sure, am not traveling into the thick of the rainforest or the Sahara Desert to catch a Mewtwo. I like you, Mewtwo. You're a cool dude. Thanks for bringing me that fruit basket. But traveling to any of those locations would be just a little too much for me, man. Maybe we can meet up at a local Starbucks, you know? Have a coffee with my name spelled incorrectly on it after I told them 3 times how to spell it. Speaking of which, number 2. Don't go into that van. I've been seeing many vans popping up with the promise of rare Pokemon in them. There isn't a Mewtwo in there. I mean, if he's out having coffee with me, how's he gonna be in that van? Logic. Number 1. Don't drive. Well, not in general, you're allowed to drive. But don't play Pokemon Go until you've pulled over. Frankly, don't touch your phone while you drive, especially when it diverts your focus from the road. I decided to put this at number 1 because it's probably the most important thing to keep in mind. You really do not want to drive while you're playing this game. Should just pay attention to driving, you know? Drive to a location and then play. Just be safe. Cars are huge pieces of metal that can cause a lot of accidents. I'm sure some of you aren't old enough to drive. I also haven't gotten my license yet. But if you see someone or are in a car with someone doing this, you should probably give them a little tug on the sleeve and tell them not to do that. Even Officer Jenny gets out of her motorcycle before getting into a battle. She ain't like that dangerous Yusei playing card games on motorcycles. Darn kids and their technological need for danger. It doesn't even add anything to the show, you're just on a bike. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this small look at Pokemon Go. I have to play with other people because my phone actually just doesn't work. Please make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more Pokemon. The next few videos are going to be on some similar topics to the ones I've done in the past, so hope you're all excited for that. Overall, I really do like the idea of Pokemon Go, and it's been fun when I've been able to try it out. I just wanted to make this little lighthearted video telling people to stay safe with all the random news about Pokemon Go recently. Hope to see you again, and until next time, keep on catching!